So there's chaos, confusion, and everything happening in the world right now, right? Chaos, anxiety, everybody acting up. What are you supposed to do right now? I'm going to tell you what you should be thinking about. Don't let the math distract you. Don't let this world distract you. Don't be sitting out here thinking that everything is over. Y'all, don't let the math distract you. Don't let the chaos and the noise of the world distract you. I'm going to share with you something by P, the poet. Y'all ready? If y'all like my 46th birthday poem, I shared this at my birthday intimate event in Brooklyn. And it's the last poem that I read to our attendees. And if it resonates with y'all, give it to me. Let me know in the comments if it's hitting right. Hold on, make sure I got the. All right, so we good. We're on that. Don't let the math distract you by P, the poet. Don't let the math distract you. Don't believe that you're too old. The odds are stacked against you, and things seem to be too great. Too many years have passed, and too many dreams have come and gone. And then, like a flash, you're right on time. Just when you were ready to give up, the sun starts to shine, and the peace feels oh so sublime. That thing you've been praying for suddenly appears. You suddenly forget about all those years. You forget about the sorrow. You forget about the struggle. You have peace within because God always saw your tomorrow. As I think back over my life, my best work came in my 40s. Did y'all hear that? My best work came in my 40s. I'm 20 years too late, but I'm still on time. I understand success so much better after so much failure. I understand the value of achieving when I finally started believing. The best is yet to come used to aggravate out of me. Now I know that this is most of our realities. I wanted to floss and go big right from the beginning to show the others that I was winning. Everywhere I turned, I craved to turn heads. It was all about them and not the growth in me instead. So I faced rejection, and hella knows I faced my own anger, and inside was filled with yellow. Was I that punk to allow self-sabotage, to have these great opportunities and still find a way to say au revoir? I've been broker than broke. Let me say it again. I've been broker than broke, hungrier than hungry, looking out my window, praying for some honey. I had to get over my fear of success, which was worse than the fear of failure. I finally had to rise to the occasion and seek God's purpose. His knowledge of my life began way before conception. He thought of me and my place in heaven. My human experience had to test and break me. And then I had to cry out to him and his final blessing. I'm grateful to him that the math did not math. Yeah, the math didn't math. Way back when. That's why my 40s was his master plan. I have all that I need. Abundance is all around me. There are acres of diamonds and success aplenty. Guard your relationships. Fight for your family and friends. When their season is over, do know spring comes again. Through cleaning out my closet, I'm weeding and pruning. The math started to distract me until I trusted God's timing. Now, what does that have to do with all of us? We started off with how chaotic the world is right now. How people are becoming more and more scared, taking desperate measures, telling people how they should think, how they should be. As a woman who came from very little, who had a big life and lost it all, who's been homeless and hungry and alcoholic, who's been loved and lied on, who's been cheated out of opportunities, The one thing I want y'all to know, and I thank God that I have great friends and great people in my life, it's always darkest before dawn. And while you may be spinning your wheels and you might be scared out of your mind, you might start believing that nothing can be done. And that is where people want you scared. They want you to believe that everything is going to hell in a handbasket. I'm not going to say that it's not going to get worse before it gets better. But the one thing I'm going to tell you is the sun is going to shine. And God is in control. And just like the pandemic, economic downturn, social unrest, and all of these things, you made it through. And the one thing that you can bet on is community, relationships. So don't let the math distract you. Don't let this world distract you. You have a business, you have a career, you have a life, you have love. Focus on those things because a lot of people don't have that. So you're not too old, you're not too anything. But when you're distracted, we make bad decisions. So in the end, focus on your focus, eyes staying on the prize. Support your small businesses. Support those who are going through hard times, those who have lost their jobs. Be a resource. Talk to them. Call them. Because while you're doing that, you're blessing someone else. And you may find out somebody's getting ready to bless you. So don't let the math, the world, the chaos, the confusion, and everything take you off of your focus. And when you lose focus, go to those who will always remind you of who you are. Don't let the math distract you. You're worth more than gold. You're worth more than a job. You're worth more than your business. But in the end, I pray more than anything, don't get distracted. Build your community, love. And one of the greatest things, I wrote a book called Pitching for Profit years ago. And I always said when I step off stage, I expect speaking engagements. I expect opportunities. I expect those sort of things. I also say people's names for opportunities. I also do certain things. So my point in saying all of this to you is to not be Pollyanna about it. This is an algorithm. This is saying people's names. This is being in community. This is calling people, checking in on them. And so I'm very proud of what's just happened in the last 24 hours. Things that I thought wouldn't come through did. And it feels good that as we're going through this time in our lives and in our world, to not allow distractions to take you off of loving people, supporting people, calling, voice noting, emailing, because you just might be the reason that they don't go off the deep end. And people may call you in because they see something in you that their community needs right now. If you're a speaker, if you're a trainer, go ham and cheese right now. While others are retreating and getting scared, where else are you needed? Who else needs you? If you're a coach, consultant, all of those sort of things, where are you needed? Not where you've been comfortable. Where are you needed? And then have the audacity to go after it. I love you all. Please don't let the math distract you. Please don't let the world distract you. I got up, put on some more glitterati, Tammy Faye Baker light eyeshadow. Y'all know I'm really into my green and blues right now because that's how I want to move I want to move brightly. I want to move boldly and have the audacity to not tell you that this is going to be easy, but neither was the pandemic, economic downturn, social unrest, inflation, recession. None of that was easy. None of it was mortgage crisis that I came out of law school in. Don't get distracted. Have the audacity to reach out, ask for help, reach out to others, say their names, and then see where you're needed, or ask your trusted network where you needed, and go. It will make all the difference in the world. I love you all. It's your girl, Precious Williams. I'm the proud founder and CEO of the Perfect Pitch Group. I am known as the Killer Pitch Master and the Ultimate Rainmaker. We make it rain and slay the game. I'm also known as P, the Poet. I love to write poetry, so I'm getting back in my bag about that. And we not stopping and we not quitting. So don't let the math, the chaos, the craziness of this world distract you from the vision that God put on you. Now let's go get that. Remember, like Moneybagg Yo said, it's me versus me. It's you versus you. It's not you versus everybody else. Bring out the best version of you. In like in Mortal Kombat. Face those three things, but more importantly, face yourself. And go out there and go get that right now. If you've ever been hungry and homeless, if you've ever had to overcome all of that, you know what I'm talking about. Let's go get it right now. I love you all. Bye.